Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of If You Know, You Know. I'm your host, Bo Bryan, and as always, we've got two teams of besties with us tonight. We have Cookies and Cream, and then on my left, we have Cilantro. Is that correct?
Cilantro.
Right. Cilantro. Awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and meet our contestants. On the right, we have June and Sean. Now, tell me, how long have the two of you been friends?
Probably like 3 days.
You said 3 days?
Yeah, I was lying. It's not 7 weeks. I just want to come on the game show.
You want to come on the game, so you found a random person.
Yeah.
But you guys have been studying beforehand, right?
No.
No. Okay. No. So June, you feel good about your chances?
Oh, great. Yeah.
Really good. Okay. And how did we come with the name Cookies and Cream?
Well, as you can obviously see, she's the cookie, I'm the cream. And so we were like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Moving on to Cilantro on my left. Gentlemen, go ahead and introduce yourselves to me. We have Mario, and then we have
Nas.
Yeah. Nas. Okay. Got you. And how long have the two of you been friends?
We went to high school together, and so
Yeah.
we didn't really talk much. We're in different grades, but now we are roommates for the past 2 years now. So
Okay. Awesome. And then how did we come up with the name Cilantro?
ChatGPT.
That's
ChatGPT. Okay. Awesome.
Hey,
All right. Well, thank you all for being here,
There goes
and
a couple
best of luck to
trees.
both of the teams. Now, let's go ahead and go over the rules of today's episode of If You Know, You Know. I'm going to ask a question, and someone from one of the teams has to hit the buzzer in front of them. If you hit the buzzer, both team members will begin writing their answer on the whiteboards. However, one team member has to write their answer as if they're answering as their friend. So Nas, you for Mario, June, you for Sean. After 30 seconds, you will both flip over the boards to reveal your answers. Your answers, this is the important part, have to match in order to gain points. So we're going to go ahead and play for 2 rounds. Each round will consist of 5 questions. Round 1 is worth 10 points for each question. So let's go ahead and get started with round 1. All right, question number 1, everybody. What is your partner's dream job? No rush. Buzz in whenever you're ready. There we go. So you guys can go ahead and write your answers.
All right.
And I'm answering like I'm him, right?
Have you guys ever talked about your professions or anything like that?
I don't even know his last
No.
name,
Yeah,
so.
okay, because we met 3 days ago, right? Excellent. Okay, so we have Nas and Mario are quickly working. Nas is writing, so this is for Mario, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. And Mario, you have your answer ready?
Hold on.
Okay, Mario's gonna
Hold on.
restart.
Wait.
You guys don't have to write right now.
Oh.
It's only
Oh.
if you get the chance to steal.
Well, just in
Yeah,
case.
later on. Well, I mean, hopefully those come into handy
Well,
later.
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
You can only
I don't
manifest
think
that.
they got it.
What are your guys' major right now?
Communication.
Communications and then marketing? Okay. Do you want a job then?
All right.
Well, I feel like if I said it, it kind of like answered it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you guys have your answers ready? All right, let's go ahead and reveal.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
I just realized.
All
what's
right,
going
ready?
on.
I'm gonna count you guys down. 3,
Hold on.
2.
What? He doesn't have an answer now.
I do.
Wait,
I do.
do we have the answer
I
ready
do. Yes.
now?
We
Okay,
do.
we
Yes,
do.
we do.
1. Reveal to the cameras. That is the longest round we've ever. Okay, no points. I don't even care if it matched. It took too long. What did we write? HR and okay.
It's
So
technically
you
the
guys
same
have
thing,
the chance to
but
steal. You
whatever.
don't even have to buzz in.
That's
You already have our
technically the
answers
same
written.
I erased it.
Yeah.
Oh, you erased it. Well, go ahead, June. Go ahead and write her answer.
Oh, wait.
This is getting chaotic.
Don't wait.
What? You went to school
So
for?
Sean has his answer written down.
You answered
June
for me.
is gonna write her answer. Gentlemen, what happened?
I made
We didn't
3
match.
Yeah.
You don't know Mario's dream job?
No,
You-
I'm sorry. I got confused by the rules.
That's fine. That's odd.
We'll get them on the next one. We'll get them on the next one.
But if you weren't confused by rules, that would have been right. Yeah. See? I know.
All right.
Okay,
June,
yeah,
Ready?
yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and reveal the answers to the cameras. We have.
That's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that counts. Esports and Halo player.
Yeah.
Yes, that is what you aspire to do. Playing video games, esports, I count that. That is your dream job?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a streamer or something like that.
Yeah, I used to compete in like tournaments.
Did you? Okay, awesome.
I feel like we should take a redo
Yeah.
because, like, low-key, I would have got the answer.
Okay, and then now we're going to be moving on to question number 2.
Yeah.
What is your partner's most used app? All right, so Sean buzzed in, so he will be answering for
Oh, I know
June
this one.
because that is the rules of If You Know, You Know. And
Oh.
you guys will have a chance to steal if they get it wrong.
No,
Put your
I'm not getting
Everyone on the
this
same
wrong.
page?
I'm not getting this wrong.
Okay, awesome.
I'm ready.
And you guys don't need to write unless you steal.
You won't.
All right.
Yeah.
If I
So-
lose this, I'm walking out.
Yes.
If I lose this, I'm walking out.
All right, you guys have your answers prepared?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal to the cameras. We have TikTok. All right, excellent. There are more points on the board for cookies and cream. Cilantro, hopefully in question 3, we're able to get some points right. Do you all know what you would have said for that question?
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Instagram.
Okay, well, moving
We're
on.
still confused with the rules, because like if I was answering for him, that's what I
Yes.
would have said.
Yes. Yes, if you buzz in, you'll answer for Mario and vice
Don't
versa.
worry, we got this.
Okay, we're caught up?
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
So if I buzz in, I'm answering for him.
Yes, and Mario, if you buzz in, you're answering for.
That's right. Yep, for Nas. Yep.
Awesome. All right, moving on to question number 3. Does your partner prefer pancakes or waffles? All right, that went over to cookies and cream. Fast on the draw. They might have a significant lead, gentlemen, but you guys can always catch up if we go to the next round. Do you guys ever eat breakfast together?
Never, not once.
I don't even eat breakfast.
Don't you two live together?
We do live together.
You've
There's
never made each other breakfast
no
or anything
food at the
like
apartment.
that? Breakfast in bed, nothing like that?
That's crazy.
You guys have your answers prepared?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal to the camera. We have waffles. All right, cookies and cream on the board once again.
No, we're long.
Bro, where the points at?
Hold on.
You know, I know you guys don't eat breakfast together, but what all would you have said?
Waffles.
Waffles? We're in agreement? Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. All right, moving on to question number 4. What would your partner refuse to share? With you, with other people? With them, I was gonna say themselves, but I guess that doesn't make sense. Hey, you guys are speedy today. All right.
I would refuse.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A half.
That's a strange question. We're generous people.
1/8. All right, thank you, June. All right, so Cilantro, you guys, could just say whatever next time. Yeah, and then hopefully we get points.
All right. Well, at some point, if they have a 6-point lead, we're cooked.
Well,
It's only
6-0.
5 questions, so.
Spoilers, we do go to round 2, and the points are kind of
Oh, you know what? You're right.
even more.
We're locked.
Double?
So, yeah, and they only met 3 days ago. So I feel pretty good about
I've
your
just
guys'
been
chance.
guessing.
Yeah.
You guys have
All
your
right.
answers prepared? All right, let's
Yeah,
go
I
ahead
think
and
we're
reveal to the cameras. What would your partner refuse to share? Water and
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I drink
Two very
water
different
every
necessities.
day.
So, Cilantro, gentlemen, you guys have the chance to steal. So, Nas, let's say you're answering for Mario.
Yeah, that's
What does Mario refuse to share?
You gotta write it down.
Yeah, we'll write it down.
And then I have to write down what I would refuse to.
So, June, you said
No,
that
you
Sean
write down,
refuses to
I'm
share.
answering for you, you're also
Oh, yes.
answering for you.
And I get
Yeah,
it
exactly,
all
yes.
the time.
just lying. That's a blatant lie.
Also, he has a big jug of water I drink from all the time. So why
So
is
you guys do share.
Well, she takes
so that's what I'm
without
saying. Why would he say? Sometimes I ask.
She takes
And
without.
this is from a friendship that's only been around for 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
I mean,
Wow.
we haven't slept in 3 days, so it's
Yeah.
been
You
like
guys just
continuous
steal
72
from one
hours.
another for the
Yeah,
past.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, Cilantro is still working on their answers over here. How do you guys feel so far?
I'm feeling.
We're doing better than I thought
Yeah,
we
I
were
thought.
going to do.
I thought we weren't getting any.
Do better than Dom. Not to
Well,
rub
I mean,
it in.
it's hard
but-
to beat 0.
All right, you guys have your answers ready?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna reveal. Let's go ahead and show it to the cameras. Nothing and Tide Pods. So again,
Yeah,
no
I
match.
don't know. No match.
No points for either team
man.
that
I'm
round. Let's
sorry.
move on to question
Nothing
number
to do.
So you want me to
5.
stop taking your Tide Pods?
No.
What is your partner's favorite fast food place? Our friends really know each other today. We should call this show If You Don't Know, You Don't Know. All right, Sean thankfully buzzed in for June. Let's see if he's able to figure out what June's favorite fast food place is. Is it all the Chick-fil-A that they steal from one another?
That's crazy.
All right,
You just gave me our answer.
Mario, Nas, do you guys get Chick-fil-A together?
Sometimes.
Sometimes every once
Would
in
you
a
say
while.
it's your favorite fast food?
It's not mine.
Okay, well, that rules out one
I
fast
think-
food.
I think we're
You
ready.
guys have your answers ready? All right, let's go ahead and reveal to the cameras. Okay, well, yeah, Chick-fil-A, of course. Okay, more points on the board for cookies and cream. Guys, that was the end of our first round.
It's crazy.
Who do you guys think won the first round?
Dude, I
It was
think we
pretty
got
close.
it. We had like 16 points. didn't we?
Okay, what about you guys? How do you feel after the first
I
round?
think it was really close.
We could have done better.
You could have done better. That's okay. If you
Yeah,
got
they're
one
kinda
more
sorry.
question right.
Always room for improvement.
Disappointed.
Absolute
Yes.
fatality. So the scores for the first round, we have 40 points for cookies and cream, and for cilantro,
We question.
have none. So moving on to round 2, the points are doubled. So it still is anybody's game, isn't that right, Cilantro?
That's right.
All right, let's go ahead and get started with round 2. All right, question number 1 of round 2. What is your go-to excuse to get out of something? June, speedy with it, gonna answer for Sean again. Do you guys not know anything about each other?
Honestly, these questions aren't made for us. No,
What were you expecting? Like,
I was expecting some deep philosophical thoughts about, you know,
who is your favorite philosopher?
not like that.
Not like that. Nas, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, like the questions are so like I feel like we're just very complex people. So like there could be like a bunch of answers.
So the questions are too simple or too complex?
simple,
Too simple.
Yeah,
right.
too simple.
So like you understand each other on a much deeper bond than what your
Absolutely.
Chick-fil-A order.
He's real.
Got you. Cookies and cream we have ready to go. All right, cookies and cream, let's show to the screen. Religion / the sun is going down. Yeah, that does count, yes. I would give points to, award points to cookies and cream. So again, gentlemen, it's still anybody's game. We have multiple more questions in round 2.
Is that even true at this point?
No, it is. I'm not lying to you. I don't lie to contestants on this show. Moving on to question number 2 of round 2. I wouldn't lie to you, Nas. What gives your partner the ick? And Sean buzzing in for
I'm not sure
June.
if I could have done that.
This might just be a flawless
Okay.
victory. The first, and if you know history. I'm not sure. I haven't binge watched the show.
Okay.
Do you guys ever ick each other out?
I don't think we did.
I don't think that's what the question is saying.
Well, no, it's not the question. Well, I'm just asking. I'm just curious between the two of you.
Take each other out? No, not at all.
This is a
This
personal
has
answer.
got to be one of us.
What did you say?
So if you
This is a very
I'll be
personal
sad
answer.
if
This
I
is a
know
very
it's right.
personal answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully you guys have the chance to still. Cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Ready to show?
Yeah.
All right, cookies and cream. Let's see if we get another match.
Short?
That's
That's insane.
I got
Wait, your ick is short people? Okay. All right,
Why
cilantro.
would it smack
Hopefully,
Is this
Mario
chance
and
for a
Nas
steal?
are. Yeah, you guys have the chance to
All right,
steal.
so I'm entering for Nas?
Yes.
Awesome. I
Yes.
know
Whichever your
exactly what
preference
the
is.
answer is.
So let's see if Mario and Nas can get a super score, the Super Mario Bros, if you will.
All right.
I'm sorry, you've probably heard that a lot in life.
No, that was the first time.
Was it
ever.
actually?
That was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
It was not. I'm kidding. I'm
Who's
sorry.
your guys'
bro.
favorite Mario character? Mine's Daisy.
I like the Goomba.
Okay. Do we have our answers prepared? I'm sorry for asking that. All right, let's go ahead and reveal our answers, Cilantro. See if we can get on the board. Yes! Finally, points.
that.
Good job. Congratulations, Cilantro. We have 3 more questions in round 2. Maybe you guys are able to get every single one, right?
Hopefully.
We'll see.
You got to be quick on the draw. You got to really push that buzzer. Sean and June, you guys are quick. So let's see if we're quick on question number 3 of round 2. What is your partner's? We're gonna restart that because Mario went a little too fast. Gotta wait until I finish reading the question, or else if that happens again, you will be escorted off the show. What is your partner's favorite type of weather? And June, you know the saying.
Oh my
the
god, wait, we
tortoise
talked about
eats
this.
the hare.
We talked about this.
Bird. That's the slow and steady wins the pace. That's what I meant. Mario, you were excited for that.
I was.
Maybe you'll be
talked about
excited to
this.
steal if they get this wrong.
We practiced.
Right, Nas?
You think I'm excited to steal?
I'm so turned.
Okay.
I'm so glad we
GG's.
discussed it.
Yo.
Cookies and cream, let's go ahead and show our answer. Fall. All right.
That's a season. That's not even a weather.
It's a
First of all, that's a season.
That's
It
not.
is.
I think
Moving
that's
on to
cheating.
question
That's not
number
even-
4
That's not
of
even
round
weather. That's a
2.
season.
All right. Does your partner prefer queso or salsa? June, quick with it
I think our
again.
buzzer's not working. See?
Wait, hold on. Okay, wait, no, I reset it. Their buzzer is in fact working. We are having no technical difficulties. It's just June and Sean are very locked in, and it seems like their friendship transcends
Please,
lifetimes.
please get this.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal our answers. Queso.
That's just like an objective
That was a very
question,
cheesy
though, so I
answer
feel
of
like-
you two.
Oh,
All right, moving on to question number 5. Tough crowd with Sean over here, jeez. All right, question number 5. Would your partner rather have a rewind button or a pause button for life? That went over to Sean.
Bro, you
All right,
can't tell me I
Sean,
didn't hit that one.
you are answering as if you were June. Guys, they can still get it wrong, right?
That's true. That is true. Hold
We're
on.
still in the game.
Nah, I got this.
I love to gamble.
I didn't say that. Why am I being accused
It's
of
a
this?
50-50. I love to gamble.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal our answers. What? Oh! Chilancho, you do have a chance
okay.
to steal. Naz, are you excited for this?
Who am I answering as?
Mario. All right, hopefully you guys can steal.
Hopefully, I'm actually nervous.
Yeah, me too.
Mario, you have your answer prepared?
I do.
All right, let's go ahead and reveal our answers. Chilancho.
Yeah, we did the same
they
thing.
got that incorrect as well. So no points for anybody. That was the end of round 2. How do you guys feel?
I feel pretty good. Yeah, I think we're doing all right.
There's a marker on your table.
Feel pretty good? What'd you say?
There's a marker on your table.
Okay, you're kicked off the show.
Oh.
All right, we are going to look at the final points. How do you guys think you won? You think you lost?
Dude, I had at least 20
Felt
points.
amazing up here.
Oh my lord!
pretty
Wow, 100 points for cookies and cream. Wow, with the air horn and everything. Chilancho, thank you, gentlemen.
Whole show was scripted. Everything was scripted. Everything was scripted. Yeah.
I don't know if I could be friends with someone after that. All right, well, guys, thank you so much for being on today's episode of If You Know, You Know. Thank you for watching If You Know, You Know. And we will see you next week. Everybody with me on If You Know, You Know.